Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, June 3rd, 2022. You're listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening this week in America. Homicides in Los Angeles on pace to smash last year's record high. Gangs now stealing gasoline in California. Inflation causing senior citizens to delay retirement. A new survey ranks the healthiest cities in the USA. Also coming up, my message of the day, update listeners sound off. But first, murders in L.A. rising the city of angels, reporting 135 homicides through May, up 13% compared to last year. LAPD believes that figure could rise another 40% by August. 4 in 10 Angelenos say they don't feel safe in their own neighborhoods. The city has the highest homeless population in the USA. 70,000 people sleep on the streets of Los Angeles every night, and that causes massive social problems. Lax law enforcement, of course, in California is promoting the violence. Forget about carjackings. Thieves in California now more interested in gas. Gangs in LA drilling holes into gas tanks to steal fuel. Politicians urging folks in some neighborhoods to put their cars in private garages. Price for a gallon of gas in California, about $6.20 on average. The national average hovering about $4.70. And all of the high gas prices will doom the Democrats in the midterms coming in November. A new report published by the New York Post finds 25% of workers will delay retirement to cope with inflation. 6 in 10 Americans say they're unable to save any money at all because of record high prices. Between increased costs for food and fuel, the typical American household now spends an extra $600 each month. That's more than $7,000 slashed from the annual family budget. Once again, the November vote will be grim for the Democrats. New national survey lists America's healthiest towns. Study from Wallet Hub ranks places by exercise, rates of obesity, percentage of smokers, drug addiction, and life expectancy. Fittest place this year, Salt Lake City, Utah, followed by San Diego, Miami Beach, Portland, Oregon. Title for the unhealthiest town in the country goes to Brownsville, Texas, followed by Mobile, Alabama, and Detroit. In a moment, update listeners have their say. Right back. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, interest rates rising, and a recession may loom. Our retirement accounts are in real danger, no doubt about it. If you want to protect your future, please do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Plus, tell them O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Wow. So please don't wait. Call them now, 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Listeners sound off. We do this each Friday. You can reach me, bill@BillO'Reilly.com, bill@BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine, and that is important. Name and town. We need to know you're a legitimate person. We're not going to track you, but we need to know you're real. John in Frankfort, Illinois. Some people say high gas prices are not a result of President Biden's energy policies, but rather price gouging by oil companies as evidenced by their record profits. Well, John, why didn't the oil companies price gouge then under President Trump? Right? Yes, there are record profits. Yes, the oil companies are taking advantage of massive gas price inflation. They tack on a few cents here and there. I'm sure they do. But President Biden's attack on the fossil fuel industry drove the price of oil worldwide, the price of a barrel of oil, way up. And he makes it harder for oil companies to harvest oil in the USA, so there's less of it. So, of course, it's Biden's fault that the oil prices have risen so dramatically. Rick, Oro Valley, Arizona. Why is the U.S. airline industry short 13,000 pilots? If they were furloughed in 2020 because of COVID, why haven't they come back? Excellent question, Rick. Now, you'll remember, everybody will remember, that I got a little testy with JetBlue in April because they lied to me and everybody else waiting for a flight to the Caribbean. And after 3 hours, when I couldn't get a straight answer and I knew we were being deceived, I kind of wailed on the guy who was lying, and I'm happy I did it because the whole country saw it. Now, all the airline companies admit they don't have enough pilots. So what happened was, after COVID furloughs, many pilots retired. Others found other work. And so the industry admits now, they didn't in April. Remember, in April, they weren't telling you they were short 13,000 pilots. They were saying the delays were caused by weather, which was a lie. And that's why I swung into action. Linda, Brunswick, Ohio. O'Reilly, can you find out how much taxpayer money all these illegal immigrants are costing taxpayers? No, I can't, Linda, because it's across the board. It goes into federal agencies like Homeland Security, like Health and Human Services. Then it goes to the states where the undocumented people eventually settle. It would take years and a lot of people to break down how much this is costing America, but you can assume it's hundreds of millions of dollars. Fred, Torrance, California. Bill, can it really happen that California will pay reparations to descendants of slaves? Yeah, Fred. Your tax dollars could very well be used to pay reparations in California if the legislature passes that. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by putting it together. Please check out BillO'Reilly.com and my new book, Killing the Killers, Great Father's Day Gift. In a moment, something you might not know. Supply chain issues have been a catalyst to bring high-tech manufacturing back to the USA. My tech guy, the founder of Brownstone Research, calls it the Great Recalibration and discusses it in his new newsletter, Near Future Report. For 35 years, Jeff Brown has helped his subscribers safely navigate volatile times to preserve and grow wealth. He also answers your most pressing questions like how to protect your retirement from inflation. What are the implications of a new digital currency and the Great Reset? What will the Fed do with interest rates? And what's going to happen in the stock market this year? Brownstone Research has been at the forefront of major market moves for 35 years. Let Jeff help you by signing up for his newsletter today at a 75% discount, a 12-month subscription, only $49. So please go to jeffbrowntech.com. jeffbrowntech.com, jeffbrowntech.com. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The rich and famous often spend their entire lives generating massive fortunes, living large. But some celebrities are even more infamous for their legal troubles. Here are the most notorious celebrity court cases in American history. First, a trial of actor Errol Flynn, 1943. The Australian-born thespian was accused of raping underage girls in Hollywood. He was a notorious presence there. Flynn was acquitted, but his career ruined. Next, The Doors frontman Jim Morrison. In 1969, the singer exposed himself while performing in Miami. He was charged with a felony for lewd behavior. Morrison was sentenced to 6 months in prison, but he never served any time. The Doors disbanded shortly after that. Morrison died a year later in France from a drug overdose. O.J. Simpson, of course, the trial of the century. The football star was arrested following a high-speed chase in June 1994 and charged with stabbing his wife and her friend to death. In October 95, a jury found Simpson not guilty just 4 hours after beginning to deliberate. 100 million people watched or listened to the trial or part of it. Civil jury ultimately found O.J. liable for the killings and awarded the families $34 million, but Simpson thus far has not paid. Next, Robert Blake, the TV star best known as Beretta, was accused of murdering his wife in November 2000. 5 years later, a jury acquitted Mr. Blake. He was judged culpable, however, for the woman's death in civil court and ordered to pay $30 million to the victim's estate. He did not pay it. Finally, the trial of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Depp sued for $50 million, claiming Miss Heard, his ex-wife, defamed him in the Washington Post. The jury in Virginia ruled that Depp should get $15 million, but also said Miss Heard was defamed as well, and she should get $2 million. Chaos, yes, but it could be the return of due process, which might be a good thing. All in, the average American wastes 10 hours every year watching dopey celebrity trials. Back after this. Did you hear about the Arizona real estate agent who found her home listed for sale? The problem was she wasn't selling her home. She was the victim of home title fraud. According to experts at Home Title Lock, the crime is incredibly profitable and hard to detect. A thief creates a fake title transfer for your home, refiles as the new owner, then takes out loans or actually sells the house. Typical identity theft services and homeowners insurance does not cover you. Home Title Lock will. Home Title Lock can detect tampering with your home's title, help shut it down, and help get your home back into your name. So please go to HometitleLock.com, read the testimonials from FBI agents. Also, see if you are already a victim. Register your address with HometitleLock.com and tell them Bill sent you for 30 free days of protection. HometitleLock.com, HometitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.